tell me, what is your names and where are you from?
Okay, I'm Greg Turp, and we're from Southern California right now. Been traveling and on the road for about 5 years, working some and playing some.
I'm his wife, Melanie.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a perfusionist. Is my main career right now, and I work in open heart surgery, doing that in various areas around the country.
And I've been retired. I was a realtor for 19 years, so now I get to play.
Nice. So tell me, Greg, what was your first bike and how long have you been riding?
Well, my first bike was a mini bike that I got when I was 11, so that was a few years back. And my first street bike, I think, was maybe a Kawasaki 100 back in 1971. That was my first bike, and I've been riding pretty much on and off for the entire time. Take a couple years off here and there for kids and different things, but pretty much for maybe 45 some years, 40, almost 50 years.
Well, I'm a newbie even to the back of the motorcycle. Had never been on a bike until I married Greg 15 years ago, and since then we've had several motorcycles. My first experience was on a Yamaha
XS650.
XS650, and we went everywhere on that little bike and had a blast. And after that first experience with that, the bikes just kept getting bigger. So
More comfortable.
more comfortable.
Yeah.
Bigger and more comfortable. Yep.
Okay, so what type of riding do you do and what motorcycle do you have now?
Our riding we do right now, since we're 2 up, is pretty much limited to pavement and some decent dirt roads. And we did a lot of slabbing across the United States. Right now we have this V-Strom. It's a 2005 Suzuki V-Strom 1000. I have a 2006 BMW K12 LT, which we use for our long distance motorcycle. I have about 180,000 miles on that one. And I have a Triumph Trophy 1200 that is in Heidelberg, Germany right now, waiting for the summer for us to take off on an adventure over there.
Well, the BMW right now is my favorite, obviously, because it's far more comfortable. But there's things we can't do on it. We've done some modifications to the trunk so that we can take our dog along as well. So we travel as a family, 3 up instead of just 2.
That's awesome. Okay, so what are some of the places that you have ridden?
Well, we've ridden in the past 6 years. We've ridden in every state in the United States, most of Canada, Alaska obviously, so that's part of the United States, Hawaii, parts of Baja, some of Mexico, Ireland, Thailand, and that's about it for right now, about as far as we've gone.
All right, and does any one experience stand out most, and if so, why?
Probably our first long trip was we took the LT and a trailer for our camping gear and our dog, and all 3 of us took off on a 12,000-mile journey back and forth across the United States, up through the Yukon to Dawson and Dawson City, up into Alaska. Rode about every paved road around Alaska, and back. And we were on the road that time. Stopped a couple places to work out along the way, probably for 6 months straight. And that was our first long trip, and that was probably the most memorable for us to date.
And my favorite trip is always going to be the next one.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, we've done some beautiful rides and lots of wonderful places, and there's just so many other places to explore. So the next one is always the exciting one for
Yeah.
me.
Nice. So, did any special life event get you more passionate about riding?
Getting the mini bike when we were young, that was an exciting time. I had a couple friends that had older brothers with motorcycles, and I was always very envious of them taking off on their little rides, and getting a mini bike when I was 11, 12 years old. That was a big deal. Then different journeys along the route. We've sort of had many different experiences along the way with different crowds of motorcycle, from like the Harley type riders, where we're riding more of a cruiser style bike and doing that kind of riding, to the long distance community with the Iron Butt Association, and that was an experience. Did several Iron Butt rides, and I'm still in contact with a lot of them. And then to this point in our life, Overland Expo 2014 was another big change in our lives. We went to that and realized overland travel to wherever you want to go in the world was very possible, and talking to like-minded people that have actually been there and done it and are doing it, that's changed our life to bring us to where we are now, where we're outside of the borders of the United States is where we want to be, and that's where we're going to concentrate our riding on the next 10 years, staying out and not doing a 2-week trip, but going out and spending 2, 3, 6 months, a year, flying back for different things. But probably one of the most memorable single day experience, multi-day, was probably Overland Expo.
Yeah, we've met some fascinating and interesting people who are so quick to share their knowledge and their advice. And if you have a problem, you have a group of people that are more than willing to help you with anything. And we've met some very, very, very nice people, and it's been an experience that's enriched our life. And traveling by motorcycle is just an experience that you don't get traveling by car.
You meet people.
You
and stop along
you
the
see
road
things and you feel things, and I mean, anybody who's on a motorcycle understands that. So it's been wonderful for our life.
Okay, and what is one valuable lesson that riding motorcycles has taught you about life in general?
Oh, man.
No, I'd say there's good people everywhere.
Yeah, it's that you can't believe everything that you're fed in America through the press and the news about how dangerous other countries are and how dangerous it is to go outside our borders. People around the world are just friendly people, and they like meeting people just like we do. And if you get past all the political crap going on, it's just very enjoyable going seeing other lands and seeing other people, meeting other people, immersing yourself in their culture, trying to forget about all the things that have been taught, and experience new things.
We meet people in all kinds of places who are older people who have ridden motorcycles over their course of their life, and the very first thing they'll tell you is do it while you can. Do it while you can, because you get older, there's physical reasons, there's medical reasons, there's all kinds of other reasons, but if you can go. Just do what you can do when you're young and physically able, and they live. We have a lot of friends who through Facebook live vicariously through our adventures, and we just say do it. No reason why you can't, just do it.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. Just it's just been a wonderful experience. This past year, meeting new people through Overland Expo and Horizons Unlimited, and between those two groups and the people we've met, it's just been a fantastic ride and journey, and we just sort of very excited over what's going to happen over the next 10 years, people we're going to meet, and the experiences we're going to have. It's exciting times coming up.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you very much and safe travels.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.